I've also said it over and over again. If you're going to a country, and particularly in Southeast Asia, you've never been before, it's a very good idea to go to the market first, see what they're selling, get an idea of, what they're good at, that people are buying. This is more the way I remember Cambodia. It's smelling it. Jackfruit, wood smoke, dried fish, raw chicken, and breakfast.
This is certainly more familiar territory, but the food seems better, the conditions better, the vibe less desperate than I remember.
I do love the spectacular array of condiments in this country. I mean, look at this. In this part of the world in general, but extravaganza, one might say.
Katju, a pho-like noodle soup with chicken, pork meatballs, and greens in a vibrant-looking and tasty broth. Always the expressway to my heart.
Oh, that's beautiful, huh? Oh, thank you. I'll tell you, just when you think you're dying of heat stroke, exhaustion, jet lag, and dehydration, a bowl of spicy noodles saves the day. Robin Williams ate this. His back hair would burst into flames. See, that's a healthy sweat, not a I'm currently dying, please get me oxygen kind of sweat. That's a I feel pretty good about the world kind of a sweat. Ooh, meatball. It's good stuff. It's pretty, too. Nice colors. Oh. 10 years since I've been here. It's better.
Flor de Pino, a humble institution run by Nelly Rostron, a woman who's cooked for everybody important in Nicaraguan political life.
Cuando comenzó el 80, venía mucho el comandante Ortega, porque él era gran amigo de un amigo mío que era ministro.
The restaurant is no longer open to the public, but Nelly still opens the door to old friends. Her specialties include carne de monte, or meat from the hills. In this case, iguana. And, of course, bull nuts. Now, I've had less than happy experiences with lizards in general, and iguana in particular. In fact, the last time I had it, I wanted to gargle with bleach and throw myself off a mountain. See, this time the iguana is skinned, which, believe me, is a good thing, because without that, it's like gnawing on foreskin. I imagine. I imagine. In another pot, hunks of pork are cooked with achiote paste, orange juice, vinegar, and mustard. When that's cooked down a bit, the iguana is added and braised until tender. And the dangly bits, the huevos de toro, the pocket billiards, the fun sack, also excellent. These nuts, they're cut in half, ooh, that hurts to even watch, right? Skinned of their residual scroti and membrane before marination in pineapple, pepper, and lime juice. Hey, I used to do that in college. It was easier than showering. Then they're fried.
Tender.
Muy rico.
That's good. It's delicious. So we were talking in your lifetime, do you think you're going to see an improved Nicaragua?
I feel that the short run will be very uncertain. I hope my kids will see a better future for Nicaragua. And people deserve a better life. They deserve justice, they deserve democracy, they deserve to live in peace, they deserve to live in dignity. And I feel a privileged one that has an obligation, that has a commitment to serve my people. I'm not in government, I'm not in power, I'm not running for any position, I'm just a journalist.
Cheers.
Salud.
Now, people talk about this place, Gut Purbach, the restaurant owned and operated by this guy, Max Stiegel, Austria's reigning capo of the international nose-to-tail mafia. He raises his own Cameroon sheep to serve at his restaurant, treats them really, really well, even names them.
Gina, Annie, Casanova?
Until showtime when he jerks a sharp knife across their throat, and that's that. Dinner. Delicious, delicious dinner. This is Joseph. Rest assured, gentle friend, that we will be wasting none of you. In fact, we're not even bothering with your chops and ribs and legs. Those will go to dinner service. Today we shall dine on your tender bits, your soft interior. We being me and Joachim Reidel, author and editor for Die Zeit, a German magazine.
If you were from Vienna, you'd come out here for the weekend.
You come out for the weekend.
Kill a goat.
Kill a goat, eat it, drink, sleep.
Drink. I could really use a drink and some food. I'm starving.
Good.
I was going to say nose to tail, but no nose or tail. It's
brains,
with the
tongue,
red wine and
heart, lung,
andouille.
andouille.
So we're pretty much covering the waterfront there. Oh, nice. Local?
Of course.
Of course. We're in wine country. In Austria, there is a market for this still. There are people who love this
Yeah,
stuff.
there's a fan club, you know.
Right. Are these traditional preparations or updated?
And they're updated. I mean, he has his own way.
In his own way. But these ingredients are certainly traditional. There's an old tradition of eating these things.
There's a very old tradition. In former times, when people had less money, they couldn't afford to eat red meat, so they were stuck with this.
This is what you got. The rich
What
got
you
the meat,
got the
poor
roasts
got
and
the guts.
the muscles, and they got the guts.
Ooh, here we go.
So that's the brain.
First, brain poached in red wine sauce. Cut and sprinkled with salt and cracked pepper and served on greens with red wine and herb sauce.
Yeah, that's good.
Then tongue, cured, peeled, then cooked in saffron-infused stock and served with a celery reduction.
That's pretty. What's going on culinarily in general in Austria?
The thing now is local produce. You want to get away from big market, but it also has a lot to do with cultural history and with the identity of the people who eat it. Anonymous, industrialized products. You really, it's just nourishment, but it's not food anymore. Because food, I think, what's on your plate can also be food for your brain. It tells us a history and tells us stories. It makes it a little bit easier to understand who we are, other than fat people, you know?
I believe this absolutely.
Heart, which I'm beginning to think is one of the truly perfect cuts of meat, cubed with a cognac, thyme, and ginger sauce with gnocchi.
Oh, I love heart. See, this is a dish used to be fairly common in America around the turn of the century. Menus everywhere completely disappeared.
Tripe salad with tomato and mint.
So, tripe with lettuce, tomatoes, and mince.
Nice. Danke, Max. Wunderbar.
Give me the Zusatz.
Ja,
Thanks.
bitte.
I'm really enjoying this meal. Delicious. First of all, it's a beautiful place,
Thank you.
and the food is sensational. I'm curious, why this?
Ich koche gerne Innereien, weil sie es durch die Globalisierung.
Well, he says he cooks this type of food because in the course of globalization, everybody forget about these things, and this is the basic of cooking.
Was there resistance? Were your customers immediately accepting of this?
Da war sehr, sehr viel Widerstand und sehr, sehr viele.
There was a lot of resistance, and everybody was sort of, what are you doing here, you know? I mean, they were shocked, actually.
Why do you care? Why do you give a Why do a hard thing?
Oder das ist mein Motto. Das habe ich mir machen lassen.
Who runs with the flock only can follow. That's the motto of this place.
He who runs with the flock inevitably follows.
Yes.
Max leaves us to enjoy his final dish, an andouillette. A notorious sausage made from the last few inches of dearly departed Joseph's noble poop chute.
You liking this? I haven't tasted it yet, but I have to tell you, it looks sphincter-esque. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah.
And it is.
Going to the rim. I don't know how I'm going to say this for basic cable, but this tastes like ass in a good way.
It tastes like ass.
In a good way.
In a good way.
It's kind of a barnyardy, farmer's daughter in the haystack kind of a thing. I like it. Most people watching the show would run from this. This would be just like absolutely, holy. I think if you told them it tasted like Angelina Jolie's ass, they might invest a little more time and care into it. This would be a difficult flavor. You better provide somebody a compelling reason to try this who's never had anything like it before.
Andouillette is the most hard thing to sell.
For me, it better be really good. I have to say, it was a daring presentation.
I love this man.
Pretty nice, isn't it?
Yes, he's good for the world. He's good for society.
Well, first of all, it's good for us.
Belém, as sophisticated a modern city as any other. It feels, in a certain light and at certain times, European and colonial. But look to the edges, and it's not difficult to imagine a time before Belém at all. The city itself, a mirage. Belém's Coqueiro district. It's raining. Not unusual this time of year. The runoff pools in the streets. This is the home of Chef Ophir. In a small courtyard lined with cultivated plants, he continues his effort to preserve ancient recipes and preparations. Manihot esculenta. Its leaves and roots contain a powerful toxin. Maybe you've heard of it. Cyanide. Amazonian peoples learned how to grate the flesh of the roots on stone and squeeze out the toxic juice. It would be used as the base for curare, an even deadlier poison for the tips of their arrows. On a pot on Chef Ophir's stove, this liquid simmers. Drink it straight up, and you risk paralysis and even death. But boil it first, and you've got tucupi, a delicious and quite useful broth.
It's delicious. How long do you think it took for the Indians to discover how to eat tucupi? I mean, because the first time you eat it, you get sick.
There is no answer. It's lost in time.
Because it's an extraordinary flavor.
I should probably tell you that the mysterious root vegetable from which tucupi is extracted is known widely as cassava, or yucca. Chef Ophir has invited me, Philippe, and Kaito, my guide for the rest of the trip, to a meal of entirely indigenous recipes. Tucupi plays a role in more than one dish tonight, including this fish I tasted at the market, filhoche.
What is this now?
Esse é o arubé.
Arubé.
Before 1500, the sauce. It's a tucupi that he prepared,
Right?
that he find out in books how the Indians used to preserve their food. They put like pots,
Right?
they put the full with arubé, put the meats there, cover, and rest for days.
It's a stew, and a very complex one, of freshwater shrimp, mussels, and fresh herbs, peppers, tomatoes, and onions cooked together in a clay pot.
Our host has been researching, preserving, and recreating traditional dishes of the Amazon and the indigenous people in particular. Old school.
Uh-huh.
First of all, why? I guess is the question.
Earlier in his career, Chef Ophir was invited to cook in Paris, to represent his region and its cuisine. And it was there that rather than blend his style with the French tradition, he began to seriously look backward at his own.
Em Paris eu encontrei.
Then in Paris, he presented all the Indian foods, and he says like to put fire in the powder. All the thing happens quick.
The results made him something of a star.
Quando eu retorno para o Brasil, logicamente, eu digo, esse aqui é o filão da história.
And then he came back to Brazil, he thought, okay, this is my way. This is my history. This is filhote, cooked in banana leaves with herbs, garlic, salt, lemon.
And now, back in the day, they would cook in the banana leaf for flavor, and also they would keep it in the leaf to preserve it all day long, as I understand, yes?
Along with the fish, toasted cassava, farinha, which is a pretty much ubiquitous accompaniment around here, and pickled cherry peppers for heat.
Wow. Wow.
What?
No.
Too hot for you?
Wow, for me, is it?
You know, I'm happy when my ass burns tomorrow.
For God's sake, huh? In God we trust.
In God we trust.
Caranguejo tok-tok. That's freshwater crab found on riverbanks. Tok-tok with your mallet and crack them open. Hence, I gather, the name. Next, a fishy broth with properties often promised, seldom delivered.
Dizem que é afrodisíaco.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Please don't tell me this anymore.
In the last 10 years of traveling this world, if everything that people told me was an aphrodisiac was in fact an aphrodisiac, I would never be able to put on pants. Thank you for an amazing meal. These are not subtle flavors. These are really powerful smells and flavors. I've been all over the world. Everything tastes kind of like something else. Here, wow, it's all new.
Dig the jammies? De rigueur in a ryokan setting. One dresses for dinner. Tonight, robatayaki. Robatas, meaning hearth or fireplace, are descended from simple beach restaurants where fishermen cook their catch over an open fire. The innkeeper, Norika Sugasan, she's here to make sure everything is done right. Miss Megumi is back to help with any missteps of custom, manners, or practice I might have overlooked.
Have you had robatayaki before?
I never.
It's the first time?
This is my first time.
This is my first time to have this really formal robatayaki. It's usually more casual. This is pretty formal robata, I think. Really, yes, upscale robata.
So what is the difference between kaseki and robatayaki?
Kaiseki is just like a French course. So started from one dish, then next one dish come. But then here it's so many dishes already.
Both reflect local food?
Oh, well, here it's mainly the seafood.
Right, of course. Well, Hokkaido is very famous for the crab, for the sardine, and for the amazing scallops, which are enormous. Now, I'm always a little intimidated by any Japanese meal that requires a change of clothes, because the first time I was at a ryokan, it was a very formal kaiseki dinner, and I didn't know which was the condiment from the food. So I was basically doing the Japanese version of eating the ketchup first. There was a lot of giggling as people pointed out, no, you take this and then you dip it in there. I mean, I had, of course, gone right in.
Now, this is Hokkaido again, so...
A little more relaxed.
Whatever you like, yes, you can start from whatever you like. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
visiting our hotel. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
On the grill, we got red snapper. Those monster scallops, notice with butter again, and sardines. And the humongous crab legs.
Is there any formal way to eat this fish?
This way doesn't care about the manner.
That's what I've been telling Tony. This is Hokkaido. It's more relaxing, casual. You can start from whatever and eat whatever, right?
So have you tasted with the bone, fish bone?
Yeah, no problem. I like fish on the bone.
So anyway, be careful.
I will.
For your bone. But the taste is pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah.
My favorite part.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
good.
My first time to Japan was my first grilled fish head, a half a head like this, at the end of a long sushi meal. It was an important moment in my life.
Yes.
So good.
Change your perception about fish, totally.
You really learn where the good stuff is.
Everybody say, whenever you eat a crab, so nobody had a conversation.
Didn't we have that conversation before?
Yes. Lately, I very much enjoy doing grilling like this, sitting around a table. And
Takes all night to have one meal, right, in Japan?
And just as I've topped off every last bit of real estate in my newly and painfully acquired sleek belly, here comes ishikari nabe, a big steaming bowl of salmon, vegetables, and tofu simmered in broth. Not for me. I was starting to look like Jabba the Hutt for a while there. I'm keeping this lean, mean, joke-making machine the way it is. Resolved.
Very delicious. Nice.
And for dessert, sake.
Yes.
I do like sake.
Tony is very strong. Very strong drink, yeah. professional
Oh,
drinker.
Thank you.